And again, welcome to A Place to Call Home. I'm Portia Evans. We have another guest live with us today, and that is our guest from the Destiny Swim Camp International, my friend Jennifer Sims, and Najawan Fugile is our very, very special guest today, and certainly a success story that we'd like to share with you. And I just want to start with Miss Jennifer and say welcome again, my friend.
Thank you, my friend, for having us.
And we've talked about swim cap this year, as we do every year, and the importance of teaching our children how to swim. And Destiny Swim Camp has been going on all summer long.
Yes.
So are you going to, when does it end?
Well, our program that we've partnered with the city ends actually on Thursday next week, the 10th. However, we still have lessons available at our Scott location through the winter on Saturdays.
Okay.
And all you have to do is give us a call and we can get your kids scheduled. Our pool at that location is heated. So we should be able to have a success story with your kids. We try not to do infants and toddlers, but kids that are 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 adults, we really want them
Was
to
it a
come.
good year this year?
It was a very good year this year. We are winding down, and I have to say, what was the most important thing? We had adults in the pool, as we talked about earlier this summer, that the city gave us an opportunity to add adults from 14 to adult age to our program, and we did have adults come with their kids, Portia, and learning how to swim, and their kids seeing them do something positive.
Now, Jennifer, I've asked you this through the years. What made you want to do this, my friend?
I love swimming, and I wanted to save lives, but my motive is really to mentor kids and to have a full service youth camp.
Okay.
That's really, but swimming kind of sprung from that because I wanted to actually teach sports that challenge the minds of the individuals, and not that all sports don't, but individual sports like swimming, tennis, are more individualized, but they also can be team, but their mind has to think about it, and the fears that come with that, they're challenging it in a way.
On that note, you have brought us a very, very special young man.
Yes, I have.
And who is this, Pastor Jennifer?
This is Najawan Fugile. He is a 15-year-old. He came to us by way of the city of Lafayette and Martin Luther King Recreational Center. Hillary, who is one of the lifeguards who owns the city, who works for the city, and she came to me and she said, Miss Jen, I have this young man who I really believe he has a heart. He's always around here, but I can't help him. Can you help him? He doesn't have any money. What can you do? I said, just let him tell me. Come on, I'll go pick him up. I'll do what I have to do, and picked him up. He started working out. He tried out for our junior lifeguard program. He was disappointed when he didn't pass because he just wasn't strong enough yet. So
really?
He kept working. He called me, even in the winter. Miss Jen, can I come swim? Or you swimming today or whatever. He wanted to become a lifeguard, and he retook the test this year. He passed it. He is a strong swimmer. And he became a lifeguard. He worked for me, and he works for the city of Lafayette. So he has 2 jobs.
All right. Well, Najawan, welcome to the show today, young man.
Thank you.
And understand that you grew up in the area where this pool is, around the Martin Luther King Center.
Yes, ma'am.
And what made you just want to become a lifeguard?
A lifeguard. See, I love the water since I was 13 years old, and that was my passion of swimming. And then the city have lifeguards, and I look up to them as I want to be a lifeguard. Then, and they was like, they can't certify me. All the lifeguards have a company they go through with to become a strong swimmer lifeguard. And then I work with I have a
Take
manager.
your time.
I have a manager I work with named Hillary, and I got in touch with her, and the way she got process of a lifeguard, because she went to a company named Destiny Capital International with Miss Jen and Miss Jennifer and Mr. Nathan Vincent, and she was telling me about them, how they certify lifeguards, and that most of the lifeguards from the city is certified with this company, well, through this company, and I tried out for the junior lifeguard. I didn't make it. I wasn't strong.
What made you not make it that time? Well, I mean, what did you have to do so well that you couldn't make it?
Oh,
What you did wrong?
Destiny Camp International make you a strong swimmer and a strong lifeguard.
And you wasn't strong
I
enough
wasn't
yet?
strong enough. See, Destiny Camp International have a brick they have to pick up from the
A
bottom
brick?
yes, from the bottom of 12 feet, and you have to bring it back to the shallow, and you have to hold that brick up.
Oh my! I gotta be underwater in 12 feet.
Yes,
I gotta
ma'am.
pick up a brick
With no hands,
with no hands.
with just your feet.
Well, I was gonna say, what I'm gonna pick it up with? My feet? I gotta pick up the brick with my feet, and then I gotta swim the shallow water with the
Yes.
brick?
50 meters.
With the brick?
Yes, ma'am.
What?
Then he picks it up with his hands and he has to carry it like as a person. It simulates a person
But-
because a person is 10% of their weight, but they can't use their hands because they're carrying the brick. They're carrying the person
So I picked the brick up with my feet.
with your hands.
With your hands.
Oh, with
your
my
Yeah,
hands?
with your hands.
Okay.
Come up, get on my back, and carry the brick just using my legs to get me to the shallow from the deep.
Oh, I got it now.
So if I can't do a good backstroke kick, what most people call the frog kick, I'm not strong enough to use those muscles. You can't carry nobody.
Oh.
And that's the pre-swim. Then you have to also tread water, right, Elijah?
Yes,
that was
ma'am.
another problem.
For about
And you
5
can't
minutes.
use your arms to tread water. You have to just use your legs for 2 minutes.
For 2 minutes, I gotta tread water.
Right.
I thought it was
Right. And I have to get that brick and bring it back, okay?
How heavy is this brick?
10 pounds.
10 pounds, and it's heavy compared to, you trying to pick it and then stabilize it and not use your hands to hold it, one hand to hold it and move yourself through the water. You got to have strong legs to do that.
Okay.
And you also, to qualify for a lifeguard, you have to be 15. You have to swim 300 meters.
How many laps is that? Apart-
15 in an Olympic-sized pool, and in my pool, 35.
Oh my. Oh my. So you worked at it and you worked at it
Yeah,
and you
worked
got
at it.
strong
Yeah.
enough?
Then I came back for it. My challenge of success that I wanted to build up, and then I finally got it. Came through as a lifeguard from Destiny Camp International with Mr. Vincent and Miss Jennifer.
Wonderful. That is a success story. And so what do you tell kids that are your age? How old are you now?
15.
You're 15 years old.
And I,
You know, there are a lot of kids your age that have never been around water, that are afraid of the water, and every summer, we want to jump in the pool.
Yeah.
We want to jump in the pool
but don't
to
know how to
cool
swim.
off, but we don't know how to swim.
No.
So what do you tell those kids?
I tell them there's a fear you have to break, and you have to break it soon, because if there's an emergency or there's a situation that's going on, you never know when it's going to flood or whatever. You got to know how to swim.
Gotta know how to
What
swim.
happens if you go to a pool party or a hotel party and somebody push you in? I mean, the companies give you an opportunity to where if there's situations like that, you know how to swim.
That is so interesting. And Jennifer, I know that you're going to keep doing what you are doing and have been doing for years and years and years and years and years. So as we wrap up this year, what's the message here?
The message is trust yourself, parents, to start your kids to learn how to swim or become familiar with the water at 6 months. They're right out of the womb. They still think they're in the water, so they're comfortable. So by the time they become 3 and 4 year olds, we have 3 and 4 year olds swimming, meaning front crawl, back crawl,
Really?
If you get them, yes, if you get them in the
Yeah.
water early enough, even some of the competitive swimming here that we have in our city, you have 4 and 5-year-olds swimming competitively. So I would like to see, you know, African American. We had Portia. We had Hispanic people this year. We had Indian people this year. We had whites. We had Vietnamese. We have more people. I say we're a multicultural company.
Okay.
We are looking. Right now, I've got 2 junior lifeguards that's working real hard. Hispanic kids that going to be lifeguards for me.
Okay.
They want to be it. They're working at it. I have other African American kids. I have some Indian kids in our Rain area that want to be lifeguards and work for us. And I want more females. We did a little banquet, Portia, for achievement and for our lifeguards because Nathan passed away, and so we're really moving forward, and we're doing a mentoring program for him, and we'll probably be back talking about that. But I looked at the table and I was like, wow,
Got all
all
boys.
these young men here, just awesome. And African American men and Hispanic young men doing something positive and not just in the streets, as we would say. They were trying to come out and do something else. And Najuan was in the restaurant, Portia. One of his friends came up. Man, what you doing here? With that shirt, what you doing? He said, I'm a lifeguard. You a lifeguard, man? Like that. He was so excited. Remember that?
Oh, yes,
and he said, yes, I'm a lifeguard. And you can do it too if you want to.
And lifeguards, they earn money, right? You're
Yes,
earning
ma'am.
a little salary, that young man, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, that is so wonderful.
And what I wish is other people my age would find success in their life to come. I mean, if you know how to swim, come take the Destiny Camp opportunity to be a Destiny Camp opportunity to be a lifeguard.
And not only does Destiny Camp have swim camp, they do a whole lot of other things.
Yes, ma'am.
You'll certify those men who need to get their water survival
Yes.
for offshore work.
Worker, yes.
And that's a great place to go. Tell them where you're located again.
We're located at 330 Brothers Road in Scott, Louisiana. You can go to our website, which is destinycampinternational.com, and see our schedule. We teach water aerobics. We teach all the Learn to Swim programs. We also in Rain, Louisiana. We thank God for partners, people who are starting to partner with us to make this more available for kids who can't afford to come to swimming lessons. We've had sponsors that's sponsoring kids.
Thank God for the city of Lafayette.
Yes,
And the
ma'am.
city of Lafayette giving us the opportunity to partner with them and to make it possible for somebody like Najuan to have this opportunity, and now he can go back to his community and encourage kids that would normally swim would learn how to swim, and just keep pushing them because they see him.
Wonderful. And we hear a lot of negative about young men like
Oh,
you.
Yes, ma'am.
And we are so glad
So glad.
that we see some positive.
Yes, ma'am.
And a young man, all summer long, he's dedicated himself to swimming. Now you have a job
Yes, ma'am.
and can help out your little family a
Yeah.
little bit. We got 2 jobs.
Two jobs.
2 jobs at 15 years old.
That's
You can
right.
help your family. You can do something that you love to do
Yes, ma'am.
and earn a living from it,
Yeah.
especially in the summertime. And if you can do all that in the water, who knows what else you can do, young man.
Yes, ma'am.
That's a hard task. And as I listened to you, I was thinking, could I do that?
Oh.
And that's a hard task to
Oh,
do,
yes,
but we
ma'am.
want to encourage you to keep on, and not only with your lifeguard story, but keep on and just become a better young man
Yes, ma'am.
throughout your life.
Yes, ma'am.
If you can do the hard task of swimming all those laps and
Oh.
picking up those bricks and carrying somebody's body and achieving that, you can do a whole lot more with your life.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
And I want you to know that. And just stay on the positive side
Oh, yes, ma'am.
and encourage other young people around you to do the same thing.
Yes, ma'am.
And Jennifer, you just keep on doing what you're doing as well.
Thank you.
And we're just gonna keep on pushing. I saw on Facebook the other day that learning how to swim was on somebody's bucket list. And I said, well, that's good,
Yes.
you know?
And we're seeing more and more adults. And you know, Portia, this year we had special needs. We had a special needs camp for one session.
Really?
And
That's
our number
wonderful.
for special needs increased. We have special needs kids right now that's still swimming with us. Their parents decided they're going to swim the whole summer with us.
It's still hot.
And it's still hot. Plus, he's a good swimmer, and his parents would like for him to become. We're going to work on getting him there.
Wonderful.
You know what I'm saying? So, for those of you who have kids with special needs, we do whatever we have to do, right? Olajuwon? If we have to take them from one pool, a smaller environment, to a bigger one, we will do. And if private lessons is needed, we do all of that. So we want kids to know how to swim.
Yeah.
Now, Jennifer, through the
Yeah.
years, approximately, how many lifeguards have you certified?
Ooh, probably about 150.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people.
And we have taught over 1,000 people to swim.
Really?
And I'm not talking about playing in the water.
No,
We
no.
got to get past playing in the water. We swim at Destiny Camp. You
Oh.
don't take 5 years, because I may not get you back next summer.
Right.
So, and parents wonder, why you push so hard? Because parents might not be able to afford it, or they may not bring them back, or kids. Don't let your kids quit. Olajuwon can tell you, they want to quit, they cry. Parents, you cannot let your kids quit, and they can't tell you what to do. Okay? Like I told
Say
them,
that again.
they can't tell you what to do. You should be telling them what to do and what they're going to accomplish and who they are. That's what Olajuwon said. I didn't have anybody telling me who I could be. We want to tell our children who they can become,
Yes, ma'am.
and challenging the fear of swimming is huge.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, you talked about in your story, your Uncle Red.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Tell me about how he inspired you.
He inspired me about, well, he did a lot of, he had an issue about drinking and whatever, but when you do and all that, you're telling the truth. But sometimes we go in the car and you like, Najawan, what did you want it to be and everything, and sometimes I like get emotional because nobody ever
Ask you.
actually sat down and asked me what did I want to be, and that's the problem with most of these children, because they don't know what to be. But he told me I should have could do anything, like an artist named Sia, a song that I listen to. But so he sit in the car and told me, if you want to do this, do that. And I'm like, the city worker of the family that's 15.
That is wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Najawan Fusile, and I know that your mom is proud of your
Oh, yes,
dad,
ma'am.
and your whole family should be proud of you. And I think Miss Jennifer has a little something that she wants to do for you. What is all this?
This is his. The nameplate didn't come in on time, but I told him just give it to me. This is just something to remind him that he has accomplished something that he set out to do, and I just want to present this to you from Destiny Camp,
Lord,
that you
have
are
mercy.
special to us, and your story is going to reach millions, because we want young people to know God loves you first. We love you, and we're concerned about you as we are about him. So
Yeah.
congratulations.
Ain't that nice?
Yeah, thank you, Miss Jennifer.
That oh, that is very, very nice, young man, and presented to you by one of the best swimmers
Yes, ma'am.
around in this
Instructor.
town. the best, one of the best, and a lot of lifeguards in this town
Oh,
Yes.
have gone through Destiny Swim Camp International. And we want to encourage you to put that on your bucket list.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
know, Jennifer and I come from an area, Lake Charles, Louisiana, where we grew up in with that Calcasieu River. And we learned as young people how to swim because we had the river all around us. Saw many of our friends drown. And, you know, there's some horrific stories about, You know, the people who drown and all they have to do is stand up.
Yes, ma'am.
But they're so afraid of the water, they were just too afraid to stand up. The entire family who drowned.
Drowned.
The
Girl
the child that was getting baptized
Right. Drowned.
and drowned.
Yeah.
You know, so there's been many stories. I am so grateful that I had family members, my mother and my grandmother, who insisted that I learn how to swim as a young girl. So I taught my son how to swim. So, and my brothers, we all knew how to swim because we grew up in a place where, I mean, we'd always go to the beach, as they call it in Lake Charles, and jump in the water. We jump in, but we ain't know how to swim. You know, so there was a time that my mom and my grandmother said, "Oh, you're gonna learn." So,
And that's it, Portia. And now that's what parents need to say when the kids, "Oh, I'm scared" or whatever. No, you're gonna listen to Mr. Najawan and do what they tell you to do, and I'm here to keep you going.
right.
You know, you need to know how to swim. It's a life skill, Portia. And parents, show your kids that you're not just saying something. I want to learn too.
Right.
And that's going to change our whole attitude.
Do you think you could get somebody in your family?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Really?
If there's anyone out there who sort of told you that you cannot do this, you can do anything. Thanks from you to me, from the Jennifer,
Aw.
Vincent, again.
I love to hear these positive
The
stories.
You know, Portia, I ran into Brandon Shelvin, and he was a councilman at the time. When we went to the city to ask them to help partner, Mr. Boudreaux and all that, and he did. And this is the result. I told Brandon, I said, "This is the result, man."
Wonderful.
I said, "You may not have thought you accomplished anything or do anything, but you did."
And we are going to let you give the address where they can contact you, the contact information one more time.
Okay. 330 Destiny Camp International, 330 Brothers Road, Scott, Louisiana, 70583. Phone number 337-322-9302. Or you can go to our website, destinycampinternational.com, and see our schedules and what we have to offer. And we also are looking forward to seeing you in the water.
All right, and if you need that water survival certification to go
Yes.
offshore, those jobs are coming back. We
Yes.
want you to get in touch with Destiny Camp International. That's going to wrap up our show for today, and we'll be back again next time with another show and something else. I'm so proud of you, Naja.